Hi everyone, Radical Gardener. Where is my little view guy? Where do I look? Right here? There we go. This is all new. So I had to buy a new phone because my iPad died. And that was an interesting little story. I will tell it to you. But first of all, I think it's the 7th. Today is Thursday. It's gorgeous out, but I live in Florida, so it's just beautiful out. But we're having a little bit of that polar vortex that went down to 69 degrees. Okay, here's my political video for the day. And then I'm going to show you the garden. I want to show you the house, but we're still just finishing up a few things, so I'm going to do that on Monday. But it's looking really good. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I'll show you. Let me turn it around and show you what's going on in the kitchen. I took old vintage tablecloths and made curtains. Doesn't that look great? See? Can you see all that up there? And now it's painted yellow. Doesn't it look fantastic? Made 3 little pillows. Looks out over the pool. It's all just really bright and cheery in here. Isn't it gorgeous? Yeah, so that's why I'm making my video in this really happy place. All right, but there we go. Sorry about my hand. Let's get this going. All right, so everyone should be asking these questions, and I'm sure you are, but this might be something you want to share with a friend. And while we're at it, please share my videos. I'm really looking to get my videos out there now. We're almost done setting me up on all forms of social media, and then I've got somebody that's really good that's helping me with all of this. And so yeah, if you can, hit the like button and share, it'll mean a lot for me. All right, so everyone should be asking these questions. Why can you go to Walmart but not Kohl's? Why the dollar store and not a mom and pop shop? Why has no health official talked about real immune strength? Why should you stay inside, but yet heat and sunlight kill the virus? Why can't kids who are not at risk play on an outdoor playground where the sun kills the virus? Why don't people know that these are recommendations, not laws, because they have not gone through due process? Why is it okay for government officials to get a haircut, but not common citizens? And in the case of the governor of Michigan, Botox. Why the fear when this virus has a less than 1% death rate? Why have coroners questioned death certificates listed at CV19? And you guys, I just pulled up 50 different threads of people who have taken their parents or their daughter or their son or their wife or their husband, and no matter what was wrong with them, they were listed as a COVID, unless it was a car accident or something else, but everything is being listed as that because they make a lot of money. What makes one person essential and another not? Doesn't shelter at home mean there's a whole population of people not staying home so we can? Why are they dividing us? How do people not know that we are a republic and not a democracy? How do people not know that we are a republic, not a democracy? They seem to just not know that. Where has the flu gone? The flu's disappeared. Nobody dies of the flu now. Nobody gets sick with the flu. Is everything COVID? And by the way, that's what COVID is. It's a flu. It's been around 50 years. It's a freaking flu. Why do the homeless consistently demonstrate the lowest infection rates? They're exposed. Why are they telling us to mask up after 2 months of lockdown? I mean, we've been locked down for 2 months, which, by the way, will crash our immune systems, not strengthen them. And but put on your mask when you go outside. Okay, whatever. If you want to operate in the stupid, that's up to you. I certainly don't. Why is the CDC saying kids need to be masked when they return to school or attend church when they know cloth masks restrict oxygen? You can't wear a mask that restricts oxygen, and all these masks restrict oxygen unless you have on some special filter or you have on the surgical mask, they restrict oxygen. That's the last thing you want to do if you believe that you are in line for a respiratory infection. And you know what? People will explain this logic away because they've been made to be afraid. I am so sick of it. What is the oppression and loss of liberty doing to the mental health of our kids and to us? Well, hopefully it makes us fight back, which that is happening quite a bit. Why have most other death rates dropped since the virus? Why did world leaders meet in China in October 2019? Yeah, why did they? Yeah, let's talk about Fauci and is it $333 million that just, that somehow ended up in his, well, you do the research. I'm not going to get into that. I do all that on Facebook, so if you want to know more about that, I'll send it over to you. Why are the common people being controlled by the government and no one is controlling the government? So that's local government, right? So remember, the president, he didn't do a lockdown. That's your governors. Those are your mayors, right? So why are they doing it? They're not keeping you safe. Whenever government's telling you they're keeping you safe, that's when you know you should worry. And that's not the government's job to keep you safe. You keep you safe. Right? Why are hospitals paid more for COVID-19 deaths? I think it's $13,000 when they come in, and if they're diagnosed, and then if they're treated, it's another $20,000. I think it's up to like $30,000 altogether. Why are some doctors speaking out and then getting silence, which many are? Why does a computer geek what does a computer geek have to do with a pandemic? Why does he fund the Chinese Academy of Science, parent company of the Wuhan Institute of Virology? And why does he want 7 billion coronavirus vaccines? Would that be to make money? Plus, I think he's a lot more evil than all that, just money. Why ID 2020, Agenda 21, and 2030? You guys, I don't really follow all of that. I just, it's on there, but that's up to you for the ID 2020 and the Agenda 21 and 2030. That is just not where I go. I don't go down those rabbit holes. I go down a lot of rabbit holes. That's not one of them. Why did the CDC have a job posting for pandemic relief workers in November 2019? Why did Dr. Fauci say in 2017 that the Trump administration would be faced with a surprise pandemic and then runs the pandemic team? And you know what Trump's done, don't you? He's exposed them. It's been pretty great. He just lets Fauci talk, and he knows we'll all do our research, and we did. And now he's under investigation. Judicial Watch has just filed for documents that have to do with Fauci and the World Health Organization. Why are they infringing on religious freedoms? Why can 500 people shop at Menards or Home Depot, but we are not allowed to go into a religious building or the wide open spaces of parks, camping fields, and beaches? Why has the germ theory never been proven? Why have the tests during the Spanish flu that disproved person-to-person contact not been taught in schools to doctors and known to the general public? Why are doctors being censored in Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, but Gates, who's not a doctor but is taking a leadership role in global health, hasn't been? Why is an ex-terrorist the head of the WHO? That's a good question. I did a lot of investigating on that guy. That guy's really got blood on his hands. He's a communist terrorist. Why has YouTube said it would ban anything that doesn't agree with the WHO when we, under President Trump, have disengaged from the WHO? Why are Democratic governors following the exact protocols of China, Italy, and France when numbers and cultures are so different? And remember, I have film from just my health practitioner who went around and filmed hospitals, and she went to 4 of them, and all 4 of them were practically empty. Why are Democratic governors following the exact protocol? Sorry, I just read that. Yeah, and I hate to say Democratic. I mean, there's a couple of Republican ones that are out of their minds. But yeah, why? Why is it that? Why is it so much? Why are they so extreme? Why are they so extreme? Ask yourself that. Do you think it's for our safety, or do you think it's to tank the economy? Do you think they get a lot of money if their state is in trouble? Do you think they get a lot of emergency funds? I don't know. What are they doing? Do they have special marching orders from Pelosi or maybe even someone above her, maybe Soros or someone that says, if you do this, I'll reward you with a special position, money in your Swiss bank account? I don't know, but it seems pretty fishy to me. Why was the HQC test rigged, yet known for SARS to prove a higher effective rate than the medicine that is lower but more expensive, right? So the hydrochloroquine, by all who have worked with it, are raving about the results, but they don't want to okay it. Why did Fauci oversee the protocol, the trials? He wants the expensive stuff out there. Of course, you know all this stuff. Why have the ventilator protocol issues never been addressed? Right. It's the wrong treatment. This is the first thing my husband said, his background is in medicine. Why are they putting them on ventilators? That's really extreme. He said, that kills people. Just saying. How exactly is that, they say, one can have the COVID-19 virus, recover but not be immune, yet a vaccine for a virus they still don't understand is going to give you immunity? Why is this virus political? The list of contradictions and inequities in policy and directives seem almost endless. These are just a few. I don't care if you're a Republican, a Democrat, a Libertarian, or vote for unicorns. If you're not asking these questions, you should share or copy and paste if you agree. So start asking yourself some questions. I want to know why they're getting rid of all the YouTube videos that don't go along with the narrative. What, we're not adults? We don't know how to make up our own mind? You guys, this whole thing has been beyond stupid. I know you know, but I just feel like I have to have an outlet and just say this. It's beyond how stupid, and people are snitching on each other. They're snitching on each other. Are you kidding me? And what about de Blasio, right? Who told the Jewish people in New York that they better not group together for their religious ceremonies or he'll have them arrested. And his last name is Wilhelm. Does that make anybody nervous that he changed his name and he's targeting the Jews? I mean, are you kidding me? This is the same guy that said that if you don't, maybe they should be wearing, not they, but the constituents in New York City should be wearing armbands if telling us whether they've been tested or not. Who is this creep, right? Why aren't the people in New York flipping out? I mean, what is going on? What's wrong with people? Why are they believing the news media? Why did they believe the CDC? It's a private company. They're not doctors. What is going on? What's going on with the people of this country that they believe so much stupid? But you know what? If you present this, they have 100 reasons why they shouldn't believe you, no matter how logical you are, because that's what fear does. It turns off all logic. If the New York Times tells them, they believe it. If the Washington Post tells them, they believe it. If CNN tells them, they believe it. If public radio tells them, they believe it. They think they're the good guys, right? Okay, believe it. But we're going to get to the other side of this, and you're going to know the truth. And you're going to know this was planned, and that it was planned so that it took specific people down. They're getting ready to make a lot of arrests, and I think a lot of this was planned to shift the focus. But of course, again, I feel like I'm just preaching to the choir. It's nothing you don't know. So I just wanted to share this. Anyway, Radical Gardener, from my garden to yours, may your garden always grow. And I send you a ton of love.